Buenas, buenas, acá jugando al regreso de la isla de los monos. Vamos a empezar una nueva partida. Para aclarar, por si alguien no sabe, este juego está hecho por el mismo creador de los primeros dos Monkey Island, por lo que es para seguir el final del Monkey Island 2, que quedó medio raro, cliffhanger, todo eso. Tipo de finales que odio porque tenés que tener primero asegurada la secuela antes de poder hacer ese tipo de cosas, es mi opinión. Ya pasó con el Tales, y con el Monkey Island 2 cuando se fue el creador. Ando con alergia a esa puta. Y bueno, acá se puede ver que dice uso bajo autorización, o sea, no es que tiene los derechos Ron Gilbert, sino que le dijeron, bueno, haz el juego. Y bueno, como decía, este juego se lo puede tomar de dos maneras, o sea, está pensado así. Es como un retcon, una retrocontinuidad, en el cual podés directamente pasar del 2 a este. Pero también podés haberte jugado todos los anteriores, algunos sí tienes, como tengo entendido. Y jugar todos los anteriores juegos y este. Que creo que es como que está más o menos entendido. No sé si es o sea, se puede jugar de las dos maneras, no hay drama. No fluye tanto. Así que espero que no influya tanto, la verdad. Vamos a ver, porque yo solamente había jugado hasta el 3. Y después me pasa este. Y ahora con que todo lo que sabemos de los anteriores juegos, vamos a ver qué onda, qué es lo que va a pasar. Modo casual, modo difícil, más puzzle todo para los anteriores. Vamos a jugarlo modo casual, no tengo mucha ganas de matarme. Preludio, comienza la historia inesperada. Esperada Inés. La inesperada.
Take this, LeChuck!
Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask.
Will you promise to stop picking on me?
All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next?
Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir.
Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow.
No que todo era un sueño, sino que parece que el final en realidad eran los hijos jugando.
What should we do next?
We gotta get to scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
You kids better have money.
Yeah. We've got all kinds of money. Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8, that's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is?
Good for you. You can have a couple of dogs if you give me one.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me
Esos
tell
cruzados.
you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
I guess never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it. I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
Ok, tengo una lista de tareas y tengo la recoger.
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
I once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head. Good, you unlocked it.
Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way, you do it.
Okay. Ugh,
Una rata muerta.
gross. It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
Gross.
A ver.
Gross. Ugh, what is this stuff? It smells the same as the toilet.
Creo que es.
I don't see any coins. Not real ones, anyway.
I dare you to pick up that slug.
Lo que me gusta es que la interfaz te dice, viste,
Some
te
places
tira
you have
ideas.
scurvy dogs with cheese inside.
Hay que ver.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
Nah, I want to get scurvy dogs.
Exhibit removed. Aw,
No. Maldita sea.
I once had the hiccups.
Ok, una rata.
let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Yeah, let's get scurvy dogs instead. I'm hungry.
Ok, ok.
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
Let's go next
Sí.
door and get scurvy dogs.
Smells like grog.
A
Did
ver,
you know you can keep...
hay que ver. Una lista. Abrir. Claro, una moneda.
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
Ahí.
What can we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of eight. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours. So good. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do? That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
Sacar el ancla, ganar hecha una carrera, dar de comer a la pata. Echar salsa. Dios, para. Listo.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did
me caes
you
mal.
know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because
pibe
they
ahí
would do more
cagándose de
damage
sueño.
that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it twist on the way
Está
down
interesante lo
for
que
the
dice.
same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron, and you have to recast them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another anchor. And so they gave up and went back to the old way. The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when
Yo
you
estaría
stop
como
in the
Chucky.
middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
Hey, Chucky, wanna race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Está bueno esto como tutorial. Ay, mira, la rayuela.
In France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
Es un idioma
Excuse me.
segundo.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
That's a nice tree.
I'm only pretending to look at the tree. I'm actually spying on that couple by the pond.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way! You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun. What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
Bueno, vamos a meterlo.
You're not gonna touch the ground with your scurvy dog.
No, of course not. Gross.
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
¿Se le puedo dar esto?
I'm saving this scurvy dog for myself. Do not pick the four-leaf clovers. As if. Let's look for a four-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Oh,
I found one.
Awesome.
There was still one left. Darn.
Yay. Deseo que el hecho tenga bigote, deseo que desaparezca, es una planta chula.
I wish Chucky had a mustache.
Ah! Whoa!
Me gusta este tutorial.
I wish D would disappear.
What?
Hey, neat.
Ouch!
Hey.
Voy a ver qué más se puede hacer.
I wish for a cool plant.
A plant? What a waste of a wish.
Ooh.
¿Cuántas veces zombies?
I take it back. That was the best.
Ay, ¿qué pasa?
I wish for another scurvy dog.
Those things are bad for you.
Whoa!
Told you so.
Ok, ese sí que se lo comió. A ver acá, cargar.
I wish we could speak backwards. Or what it
Yes, you do.
Yes. Well, yeah, was it? Yes, you go.
that was fun.
Oh man, it wore off.
Too bad. You made more sense than usual.
A ver, ¿qué más se puede hacer acá?
I want to say 2 scurvy.
Dar de comer a la planta. A la pata.
Hey, hands off.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Y a ver. Hay que pasar. Ah, no.
I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
En el paladar.
You should put that on your scurvy dog.
Hay que ver acá.
I'm saving this scurvy dog for myself. Don't feed the duck.
A ver, ¿cómo es que hago para robarle?
I wonder where this path goes.
Have they done anything suspicious?
Very. I think they're trying to catch the duck.
What for?
Dinner?
Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves. That's our bread.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to give you a piece of my mind.
And I've gotta run.
How rude.
Gamberros. falta buscar nuestros verdaderos padres.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey kids, having fun?
Yeah.
We got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop! Oh boy, that takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asked me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I
Hacer la
should go
tarántula.
with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
Una cosa que me gusta de las series, la serie de juegos así viejas, que tienen, no sé, como 30 años, 40 años, que siempre los últimos juegos como que tienen alguna reminiscencia o algún tributo al original. Siempre me encantó eso. Mucho apelar a la nostalgia, pero como también hacer tributo a las raíces. Parte 1. Un lugar acogedor.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, freebooting mostly, swashing buckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him. LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point. We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
El sentimiento es mutuo.
He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
Re-elect Governor Carla. I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Looks like a circus act. Maybe. Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
Recién me di cuenta, rejugando el juego, que esta nena es la que está en el... será la hija. Es la que está en el... es la nena Didi.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you?
Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Where are the three older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition? Who is it that you think you are exactly?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent? It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
It's a prize of incalculable monetary value.
I don't know about incalculable. Quick, who can count to 0 the fastest?
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. Would you at least consider advancing me some funds? It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
Ha! No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend.
Sí, siempre se queda sin barco.
Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies.
¿Por qué le salía una gota debajo del parche? En la mesa.
Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better. Elaine?
Guybrush!
Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
Y bueno. Un poco de risas, jaja.
You wouldn't happen to have a ship with you?
No, silly. I came on a charter. Just like you.
Yeah, I figured that, but it never hurts to ask. I'm finding it harder than I thought to get hold of a ship and a crew for my expedition. The new local leadership was less than supportive.
Why don't you ask around at the docks? I'm sure you can find something.
Thanks. I'll try that. Sounds like we both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
Todas así las puteadas. Tengo que ir, seguro que tienes que irte.
I feel better just talking to you.
Me too.
Todo está la cámara, tapa un poco el texto. Sí, es que a ver, no sé dónde ponerlo. A ver acá, a ver. Por acá, por acá. Para acá. Vamos a ver qué onda.
You've probably got to get going.
You say goodbye first.
No, you say bye first.
No, you say bye first.
A ver ahí.
No, you say bye first.
No, you say bye first.
Vamos a hacia esta eternidad.
No, you say bye first.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Ah, the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
Después de haber visto todas las iteraciones de la mujer vudú, es como que me parece raro el diseño.
You mean...
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much. The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
Ooh. You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way. Think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge. Now you must go. I have a luncheon, and your
Así tiene
destiny
botas.
lies at the
El taco.
docks.
It does?
Most assuredly.
At Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly. Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. At Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. Aye.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay.
¿Cuántos recuerdo? Y me doy cuenta que este es Stan.
It seems to be stuck closed. Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
A visitor!
Otra vez más.
Wait. Guybrush Threepwood?
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan. Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
Oh, thanks, I didn't notice. Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic! You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Possibly, though it was kind of tricky last time, and I didn't get much out of it in the end.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors.
Imagine that. What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
I noticed you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
We'll accept the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping. Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away. Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Oh, that's terrible.
Believe me, I feel worse about it than you do.
Could I get a ship from you after you're out of jail?
Don't count on it, son. I expect to be released any time, but I haven't even got anything on back order. It pains me to lose a sail, but if you need to get off this island, you're gonna have to find another way.
Me di cuenta que las celdas tienen rueditas.
Could you refer me to a competitor?
Stab me in the heart. You'd go to a competitor? Where's your loyalty, son?
Well, seeing as you're in jail and have no ships and can't help me, I thought...
It doesn't matter anyway. There's no competition. I drove them all out of business long ago. Nobody can play the angles like old Stan. I didn't really anticipate a situation like this one coming up.
Any tips on how to steal a ship from someone else?
One word, son. Mutiny. Get yourself on board a worthy vessel, gain the confidence of the crew, wait for the right moment, and strike. If you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
Okay, well, thanks, I guess.
Anything I can do to help you, let me know. As long as it doesn't involve selling you a ship.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
Ponele. Me encanta que todavía siga manteniendo el tema de la ropa.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice. See you later.
Yep. Watch your...
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
Me mata que jugaron al buscado acá.
Welcome to my shop.
Hiya. I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locke Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Cerradura.
Nope. And before you ask, yes they did, yes it was, and they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
Cerradura.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary. Just information.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
Nunca compartan tu contraseña. Y si me la roban.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
¿Tiene algo de sentido?
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
Wait, she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key, one that opens all locks at once.
That seems enormously useful.
Maybe. Depends on if you can close them again.
How would you like to join a pirate crew?
Would I have to leave my shop?
Well, yes, that's the general idea. The crew actually get on the ship and, crew it.
Thanks. I'll pass. Try down at the docks. There's always somebody hiring somebody down there.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
Are these for customers?
Not technically, but please, help yourself. That charming old guy who mans the lookout keeps bringing them for the parrot.
Thanks. I'll just take a few. These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
These are nice.
Thanks.
Encerrar las otras en la... Cerrar todas las cajas en la
At the
pequeña.
end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
Sur de Florida.
What's that lock?
That's for hats.
Para sombrero, ¿por qué?
What's this key?
That's for a lockable quiver.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door.
Ok.
Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball.
Me suena mucho al símbolo de Harry Potter.
Looks sort of like an eye. Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed up hack.
Anything but your cooking.
Low-hanging fruit, but it works.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
Sí, genial la entrada.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is, but there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Elaine can handle it. She doesn't need me.
I don't doubt that, but it isn't about what she does or doesn't need. If it isn't about the scurvy project, why are you here?
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
I'll be needing a crew. You interested?
Ha! I'd rather swallow a live badger than crew with you again. No offense intended.
So, unlikely but still possible?
No. You want a crew, go down to the docks and hire one.
Is there a government program that funds expeditions to find secrets of Monkey Island?
Oh, gosh. You're too late for that one. We canceled it last year and diverted the funds to build a habitat for the rare Caribbean whiting leech.
Darn.
There's a ship at the docks that's headed for Monkey Island.
I think you're talking about LeChuck's ship.
Do you want to go to Monkey Island or don't you?
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
It's a lot of work being governor. I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Warning, do not try these tricks at home. Does not include Secret of Monkey Island.
No.
Oh. I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book.
Oh.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. It's thicker than I would have imagined.
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
I've seen that same painting on a box of frozen instant cereal. Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Melee Island. His overly... I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done.
Mata al pintor.
Edgy.
No puedo ir a la casa del Meat Hook.
Meat Hook's museum is gone. So is the cable to his island. It's just as well, given the worldwide rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle shortage.
Ok, entonces dice el museo. O sea, esto estaba referido al 1. Entonces sí, tiene... Lo que yo dije que se podía jugar tranquilamente todos y después jugar este. Me parece que como directamente se saltea el... Una de dos. Se saltea directamente el Monkey Island 3, 4 y 5 o directamente hace un... Es como... Cuenta historia del nene. Así que es como puede ser un intermedio entre el 2 y el 3. No, entre el 3 y el 4, porque ya están casados en el 3.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think there once upon a time I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now. At Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. I'm hopelessly lost without a map. Wow, that's worse than I imagined. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day. Looks like the only available ship on the island right now is LeChuck's. Looks like the only available ship on the... Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. It's a dried up old sea sponge. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush? The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day. It says, Tan's previously owned vessels. So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy. It's good for relieving stress. It's good for relieving stress. It's soft and extra fuzzy. I've got enough to last me. I've got a few coins for incidentals. I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
Hi again. Oh, those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me, and they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you warn me?
Would you have listened?
Of course. Okay, no, probably not. Re-elect Governor Carla. Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? I'm short a swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
Absolutely. I'd love to be a swabby. Swabbing is one of my favorite things in the whole world. The restful, mindless repetition, the delicate scent of old soapy water, the proud satisfaction of a sparkling plank.
Okay. Save the strokes for the decks. The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, the job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
Andrew LeChuck. No relation.
What a coincidence. LeChuck gave me a blacklist and you're
Ay, me mata
on
que tiene el
it.
dibujito.
In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry. Can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
Well, that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Right for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop. No parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4. Looks like this is going to be a long journey. Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship. I hope this isn't one of those party cruises.
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
Ooh.
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Well, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married.
El matrimonio.
These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
El caloventor que me estaba matando de frío.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body has fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic, stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes.
Now get lost.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe, how have you been?
Same old, same old.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
Still in public service. Fighting scurvy now.
My place is clean. Our health certificates are up to date.
No, it's not like that. She's got a foundation. They're trying to promote limes as a preventative.
Oh, well, tell her I say hello.
Do you know where I can buy a mop?
Buy? You don't want to buy a mop.
I think I do.
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
Me mata que es como tanta... Ay, ¿cómo es esto? No me sale la palabra. Tanto quilombo por encontrar una puta escoba.
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must
Majestuoso,
discover
sí.
for yourself.
También.
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop. It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. Then you have a packet of stick-on pests or garnishes.
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk. Active little guys, aren't they? It's like a miniature dance party. Looks like a mugshot. The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
Me gusta que la interfaz te tire chistes.
Stay away from my mop.
Well, it's definitely a mop.
A ver, se puede volver acá.
Too bad it's empty. Can you use your talents to tell me how Elaine is right now?
She is always close, no matter the distance.
Do your answers ever make sense?
There are no answers, only questions that are finished.
Is this the year when you finally tell me your name? It's become almost a running gag between us. But it's awkward, like when your glass is empty but you keep trying to drink out of it over and over.
It is Corina.
Oh,
Corina.
okay. Karina. Nice. Somehow it was more exciting before I knew that.
That is true of many things.
Ya sabemos el nombre. Lo bueno es que se lo respetaron hasta llegar acá. Nadie dijo, bueno, va a ser el nombre de este.
Are you able to see what LeChuck is up to?
Your goals,
Entonces es como que no le dice, ya ni siquiera le voy a dar bola a la continuidad.
But his intentions are darker. He would use the secret to do terrible things.
Darker? What's that supposed to mean?
LeChuck must not acquire the secret.
No argument there. Got any other mystical advice or information for me? Stock tips or something?
No.
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very.
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons.
Uh-huh.
Use with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged or infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product. By verbally assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all liability, past, present, and future, throughout this and all possible and impossible universes.
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
Bueno, me lo llevo.
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
Do you do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like it wrapped in the skin of a lizard.
No thanks. This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. I didn't know these were a voodoo thing.
They're not, but the tourists like them.
Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle. Not for me. Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises.
Mierda. ¿Algún día se me irá este estornudo? No creo.
Hey, Wally.
Wally.
Well, well, well. Look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
Ah, bueno.
I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. Haha, a little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me, I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
Ah, buena.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
Bye. This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Oh, never mind. Whew, looks chilly up there. It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away. This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next? What's this a map of?
The secret movements and activities of my competitors.
That sounds reasonable. I appreciate that Wally hasn't traded it in for a new model just because it's been around the block once or twice. Hey, Wally. Bye. They're like glasses, only way less convenient. I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. That looks like a treacherous voyage. It says, rating, Cursed Black Diamond. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. The first rule of piracy is never buy a used treasure map. Ooh, this one looks nice.
Sí, tiene
How much is
sentido.
it?
Oh, that one? Too much.
Ahí tuvo un logro de mirar todos
Good
los
old
mapas
mazes.
porque tenía lo
Can't get
de
enough mazes.
los que me faltaban.
I try to steer clear of sea monsters myself. Somewhat understated and somewhat overpriced.
En fin, necesito conseguir.
They're having a half-off sale. The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine. Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir.
Insoportable. Creído de mierda.
Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients.
Todo tiene
in it.
ingredientes.
I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
Oh, where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
At the governor's mansion. It's probably some exotic, weird-tasting thing from a swanky cookbook.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Oh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
I'll see what I can find out.
Thanks. Stay away from my mop.
Me encanta la música. Ay. Tanto en el barco de LeChuck.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done! Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed! Wait! Let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Things are not what they seem.
Sí, le cambiaron el actor de doblaje. No es tan profunda, por así decirlo.
Well, I've come for a recipe. A dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
Barbie LaFleur catered that event. I own her cookbook, but I don't know any of the recipes.
Do you know where I can find Barbie LaFleur?
Middle of the Atlantic Ocean? She's halfway back to France by now.
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
I totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
Ow.
Here.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
That is complete nonsense. And yet, I am going to forgive you for losing my book. I can't even explain why. I just have this sudden, inexplicable urge to forgive. You'd better not be up to something.
Just don't lose the frog, okay?
No, I'll keep it with me always.
Can I borrow this cookbook?
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this.
Y... Me gusta el cambio de sonido cuando... Me gusta cambiar el sonido cuando va de una zona a otra. Como que aumenta el sonido, baja. Está bastante bien hecho.
Is what you want one of the recipes in this cookbook?
How should I know? I'm not a cook.
Bueno, tienen punto.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. I found this at the governor's mansion.
Aha! The mystery dish must be in there. I have no idea which one it'll be, so I'll just have to make them all. I'd better get to work. Thanks, Guybrush.
Tengo que hacerlos todos. Ojalá, sabes que voy a ir a un restaurante. Haceme esto.
Brilliant innovation.
Wally, here's a sample of the wood you wanted. Can you make me a map now?
Sure, here it is.
Thanks, Wally.
Ok, me encanta el detalle de las manos. Pensé que era una especie de... de enfermedad, pero no, es la tinta.
guess I lost my way.
Será por acá. Como que mucho no lleva una mierda el mapa. A ver. Al lado de los dos árboles. ¿Está por acá?
I guess I lost my way. I guess I lost my way. I guess I lost my way. I guess I lost my way.
Está el puente, sí. En vez de ir por acá, está por acá. Muy bien. Eso se entendió. Entonces, acá lo que me está diciendo es que vaya para la izquierda. Bien, entonces después de esto, derecha. Uy, qué mal que la pegué. Debería ir por acá. Muy bien. Entonces, tiene que ser el que está más a la derecha. Uy. Bien. Ahora el que está arriba de todo. Muy bien. Y ahora el que está más a la izquierda. De vuelta. Entonces a la izquierda. Yay.
The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare, endangered Malay Island mop handle tree. The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare, endangered Malay Island mop handle tree.
Voy a cortarlo, un pedacito. Ahora que todas las ramas tienen palos de coso. Horas más tarde. ¡Ay! ¡Ay! ¿Por qué nadie me lo dijo? Ah, puta madre. Bueno, para. A ver acá. Bueno. La onda es que llega hasta acá.
Wow! The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare, endangered Malay Island mop handle tree.
Así que nada. Esto me hace recordar mucho a una escena de Doctor Dolittle 2. Todo ahí asustado. Listo, encontré uno que me guste. Era nomás cortar una rama, la puta que te parió.
I must have startled them while I was whittling. Some animals are quite skittish. I must have startled them while I was whittling. Some animals are quite skittish. I'll take a shortcut back.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
Me mata la pata de palo falsa.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Melee jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was
Spoiler
melting
del
them.
juego.
I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine. What was this cinder you got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. The display case is locked. There's some very tiny writing on it. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know.
Chorizos.
It's locked. Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
Tipo no se da cuenta lo que tiene al frente.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
I'd see you wear a peg leg, despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. I'll have a look around.
Please do.
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
Ni idea.
What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
That's a nice oar.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did.
La verdad es que sí.
Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Tell me again about the coffin?
It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was
Hook.
ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
No, de esta manera se lo ve. Ok, a ver acá. Bueno, tengo mi coso, pero mi trapeador.
They're like glasses, only wait. Ooh, look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks.
Tanto esfuerzo para nada. El hábito.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
Bien ahí. Nada de memoria.
Hello, Mr. Brush.
Hello. Hello again. I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Sí.
Oh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
Para esto necesito otra cerradura que la que está en...
Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
¿O qué necesito? Ah. Acá estoy, tu. Pero el otro.
Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
If one monocle is good, two is better. Hey, Wally, what's in these boxes?
Maps.
Porque no me sorprende.
Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down.
Hi there.
Hi. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. This will be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps.
De sellos. Me encanta mucho cuando los profesionales saben cualquier cosa, ¿viste? La mínima cosa del lo que trabajan. Y cuando lo ponen en el juego, que se haga notar eso también.
It doesn't fit.
What? Is something wrong?
Well, I was just wiping a smudge off the glass.
Oh, all right. But be careful. Guard parrots are attack trained.
Ah, es este.
Whoa! That's not supposed to be unlocked. I'd better fold this and put it in storage. Then I can figure out what's wrong with the lock. Looking good. I like things neat. That's folded perfectly.
Ok, se cerró.
That'll do, Parrot. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the museum while I figure out what's going on with my display case lock.
No me digas que le cambió la cerradura.
Welcome back. Please try not to touch anything that seems like you're not supposed to touch it.
Bueno, está bien. Acá. Listo. Mientras tanto en la mansión.
What do you expect me to do, Elaine? Issue a proclamation?
Of course not, Carla. We'll need to generate public support. I'm working on that.
People around here don't like any kind of restrictions, even if it's for their own good.
But we can put a requirement on ships traveling to the north. There's already a customs check, so the infrastructure is all in place.
Well, it's a start. Scurvy's a big problem. Let's do all we can.
Agreed.
I've come a long way. Is there anything else on the agenda?
Coffee?
Nunca se le niega un café a nadie. Aquí ya tengo el parche, tengo que ir con la mujer vudú.
Can you charge John Laney's eye patch up for me?
Ah,
Sí,
the
cafecito.
famous eye patch disguise of John Laney. As I suspected, the magic has long since drained away. One moment.
Todo el caldero.
Come, spirits
mí, uno
of
por el caldero.
deception and death, drink your rejuvenation and awaken.
Death?
It's nothing to worry about. John Laney, this hapless boy needs your help.
Hey.
Take pity on him and bring him the power to hide from his enemies.
Well, you don't have to put it like that.
Poco para pasarse.
That's it?
Unless you want the extended service warranty.
No, thanks. I'm not a sucker. What do I owe you?
Maybe try it on first, before we discuss payment.
Well, how do I look? Yeah! What the heck? I look like a zombie. Is it broken?
John Laney was especially known for impersonating monsters of various types.
Ah, John Laney es...
It's not a strong part of the sales pitch.
Claro, ahora lo entiendo. Es a veces un actor de los primeros de Hollywood, por así decirlo, de terror. Estaba mucho en el cine mudo. Y lo que en la decía El hombre de las mil caras, era muy buen maquillista. Tanto es así que hizo un montón de apariciones. Había hecho de... El actor no se parecía en nada de una película u otra. Con razón, y sí se especializaba en hacer monstruos. Creo que él hizo el Fantasma de la Ópera, la primera Universal, que es muda la película.
Hi there. You must be the quartermaster.
Yep, you look like a guy without many options. I need a swabby. It's BYOM. So, show me a decent mop and the job's yours.
Okay. I made a mop. I think I'm ready to set sail. How's this for a mop?
Let's see. Stick, tangle a boat line. Smells like seagull droppings. Good enough.
Lo importante es que vuela.
Great. We'll be getting underway soon.
Hay gente que tiene un tatuaje en la piel
del...
En la piel fantasmal.
I'm excited to see my stateroom. When's a good time to discuss the benefits package?
Threepwood's on LeChuck's ship. He's got some kind of disguise. From the bargain bin, it looks like.
So what? You don't think this could be a problem? We didn't plan for him.
I hate not knowing what's going on. I should have taken him out the minute he walked in here.
Don't worry, we'll know what's going on.
Yeah? How?
I've got a spy
Se
on
toca
board the
atravesar el
ship.
alma. En una espía. Una travesía peligrosa.
So once you were on LeChuck's ship, you turned the tables on them. You whipped out your sword and said, "I'm your captain now. Take me to Monkey Island,
La
or
carita,
you'll all walk the
los
plank."
ojitos.
More or less.
The name's Gullet, but you're not to call me that. To you, I'm the first swab, and I want to hear the capital letters when you say it.
Capital One. Got it.
And this is the old. You'll be spending a lot of time down here.
I thought we'd have a union or something. How much time is a lot of time?
All of it. You work here, you sleep here, you take your meals here. Forget the world you knew before. This hold is your world. The hull is your ground. The deck is your sky. And I am your deity of choice. A cruel and vengeful deity. I
Estás
only
fumando
have one
cualquier jefe.
simple rule. You are not to leave this hold under any circumstances. Any questions?
Where's my bunk?
You might be all right inside one of the crates. Otherwise, be sure to cover your eyes. The chickens like to peck. But it's probably safest if you don't sleep at all. The chickens have their ways.
¿Los zombies duermen? Sí, el viejito ese era genial.
What happens if I leave?
I said you're not to leave under any circumstances.
Well, I know, just hypothetically. What if I did?
The worst punishment you can imagine.
Which is...
I throw you back down here. Nothing's worse than this.
Bueno, sentido del humor.
What if I need to, you know...
Use the portal. Don't get anything on the ledge outside, though. I hate an unsightly ledge.
Bueno.
What's for dinner?
Oh, we'd like a bit of dinner, would we? Well, perhaps we can arrange a bit of roast duck under glass for your majesty. But seriously, learn to catch rats. You can drown them in your mop bucket. They make their own sauce.
What am I supposed to be doing exactly?
No recruits. You're all thicker than the chickens.
Is that the whole answer?
You're supposed to be swabbing. I want this hold sparkling, as if it was clean. Now,
Como si
get
estuviera
to work.
limpia.
Yo-ho, pirate's life for me. No way am I picking that up with my hands. I think it's chicken grease. I hope my roommates don't get upset. It's an inspirational instructional pamphlet that I'm supposed to carry around and read. These are all the same. Just a bunch of rah-rah.
Lectura para los tripulantes, traición a la confianza, monte papel. Ok.
I wonder what it's made out of. I wonder what it's made out of.
Ay, me encanta el parche acá.
Looks like you missed a spot.
Gracias.
Oh.
Oi, you missed a spot.
Come on.
You missed a spot.
Is that your catchphrase or something?
Sabes que te va a ensuciar todo,
Oi,
maldita
you
sea.
missed a spot.
Seriously, get some new dialogue.
Looks like you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
Oi, you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts. I'll let that one alone. She's got an egg. Ugh, I'll keep my distance. Mothers are more vicious defending their young. More chickens?
Alright.
Murray? Indeed, I am Murray, the all-powerful demonic skull. But you have me at a disadvantage with it, zombie man. Have we met before?
Ah, claro, es como... Sí, se está tirando... Es como que está diciendo que no lo conocieron nunca. O sea que es como... Nunca existió el 3, pero a la vez sí. Odio esta mierda de retrocontinuidad. Ah, no, claro. Como está hecho un zombie no lo reconoce.
No, but I'm a big fan.
Ah, my reputation precedes me, like the locusts before the storm.
Locusts?
But I will sign no autographs. A curse of painful boils on your left foot for exposing me. I'm here undercover, gathering valuable information for the exquisitely devious Captain Madison.
Madison? Very interesting.
Ooh, I probably should not have said that. Do me a favor and keep it to yourself, withered zombie man.
No problem. How come you're working for Captain Madison? I thought you were your own man. Skull.
I owe her a favor. It's none of your business.
Okay.
This is now a slightly... The grease helps. A little. This is now a slightly greasy porthole.
Voy a ver si ponerlo un poquito más.
You missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
Ew.
se la puedo pasar. No.
Almost.
Porque se puede.
Oi, you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
Ah, oh. Fregué tanto que
Looks
desfregué.
like you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts. I've got a good feeling about this, but I won't fit through with the mop. It's working. I can't see anything. This one doesn't open.
Ah, 8 minutos. ¿No eran 10?
That's a big rudder. I can't see anything. This one doesn't open. Yeah, it looks like it'd be more useful for fishing than stopping.
Blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
This is a bunch of empty containers of monkey blood and squid ink.
Feast your eyes on this, me hearties. The one and only map showing the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. The map will be kept in my cabin. No one is to touch it or disturb it in any way. Now, before we can follow the map, obviously we must make our way to Monkey Island itself. Let's have the potion report.
Wait, there's a potion?
You don't remember that from my other story? To get to Monkey Island, you have to brew a special potion.
Pero Chuck ya hace todo ahí. ¿Cómo funciona la poción? Okay.
But you and LeChuck had both been there before. Why couldn't you just sail there?
It doesn't work like that. You have to make the potion every time.
How does the potion work?
I don't know. Nobody does. It's magic. It just helps you find Monkey Island.
What's in it?
Oh, let's see. It's got squid ink, monkey blood, and a pressed skull. I definitely remember that. Also cinnamon, mint, and brimstone, and some coloring and preservatives. Oh, and a live chicken. But listen, you shouldn't worry about this yet. Wait till you're 12 or so.
Okay, I think I got it.
The potion is nearly finished, Captain. All that's left is one flattened skull, and we'll be ready to cook it.
Excellent. You there, in the back. New guy.
Me?
You look familiar
Tengo uno de esos
somehow.
rostros.
Do you ever go to Swabby conventions?
Well, no matter. Go and get us a skull. A flat one. Any questions?
Una prensada.
Why does it have to be a flat skull?
Because the recipe says so.
Can I have a raise?
Sure. Straight into the rigging, where you'll hang by your ankles for the next few years.
Bueno, está
Got it?
bien.
Never mind.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Al final te acostumbras. Okay.
Okay, I'm on it. One skull. Flat.
Be quick about it then. Meeting adjourned.
We'll finish the potion and then I'll see about getting my hands on that map.
Bien. Ah, me mata que tiene un agujero en la cabeza. Un disparo.
It's the ship's hold. Home sweet home?
Ay. Qué buen disfraz entonces,
Hey, Murray, why don't you come with me? I can show you around the ship.
No. Hey.
Dije que no quería. Creo que sí.
How's it going in there, Murray?
You will pay for this indignity, you worthless skull napper.
How's the potion coming?
You heard the captain. It's nearly finished.
Go and find a flattened skull, like he told you to.
You can't do that. Find a regular skull and flatten it.
Del cañón.
That was fun, but it would be even better if the cannon's loaded with something.
¿Tiene sentido? Ups, ¿qué tono debo acercarme?
I'll probably do my shirt in a few weeks when it starts to get mossy.
Ciao, Murray.
Let me apologize in advance. You're gonna have to take one for the team.
I see no team. Only you, withered zombie man. Let me assure you that whatever you're planning, it will be nothing compared to the torments that I will...
La vera parante no chilla, en este caso sí.
I would admire your methods if they had been used on someone else.
Thanks, I guess. Top deck schedule. 1 bell, crew voting. 2 bells, LeChuck shouting. Now's not a good time to attract attention. Pardon me, fearsome leader.
I told ye to find a flattened skull. Do it, before I decide to use yours instead.
I have a flattened skull.
Well, put it in the cauldron and let's get going to Monkey Island.
Looks like it's empty.
Hey, what are you...
Ciao.
Next stop, Monkey Island.
Why are you out of the old? You're not ready for the deck. Where's your mop? And also...
Es un idiota. Los
I
ojitos.
can explain, sir.
I guess you'll be first swab now, whatever your name is.
A promotion. I won't let you down.
Like it.
This'll be ruined now it's spilled. Start making the potion again. I'll be in me cabin, gritting me collection of other people's teeth.
Ojito de voz saltones, sí.
Redo the potion? Is that even possible?
No! We barely scraped together the ingredients the first time. We're out of almost everything.
Let's tip the cauldron back and pretend we're working on it. Maybe he'll forget about it eventually.
You don't know LeChuck like I do. But it'll buy us some time.
Is this one of those times where you substitute different stuff for all the
Está boca
ingredients
abajo.
and it works anyway?
No, they were right. We couldn't make the potion again.
But you told me that you can't get to Monkey Island unless you make the potion.
Well, I did. But as it turns out, there is a way. We storytellers call what's happening now a twist. There was an important piece of the puzzle that I hadn't seen yet. I started by looking around the ship for opportunities.
Este como si estaba muerto de nuevo. Nomás no le habían contado, sí.
That looks like a permanent stain. Ugh, smells worse than it looks.
Sí, como si yo voy a guardar. Acá. Ya que... Ya van 2 horas y 10 de stream, pero bueno. Así dejamos la incertidumbre para más adelante. Así que nada. Yo espero que les haya gustado. Y los voy a mandar con... En teoría debe estar cebolla ahora, a ver. Está. Sí, está. Así que yo los mando. Así que nada, nos estaremos viendo.